Greetings, my young Padawans, and welcome to Master Sable Guy's news broadcast. I'm donning my fancy blazer again to bring you some actually true news on Star Wars. So, a history lesson. Back in 2000, I don't know, was a historical day for Star Wars fans. It was the release of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, starring Darth Revan, Carth Onassi, and all that nonsense, becoming a smash hit. So, with a brand new amazing Star Wars universe, and fans like me begging for more, they decided to release a sequel, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, it says on the screen. But the catch was that they had a deadline to meet, so they had several awesome parts cut from the game in order to make up for time, including a mission where we see HK-47 at his badassiest.
Command. We command you to stop. Statement. But you said so yourself. You have just admitted your own weakness. Conclusion. You have just shown me your soft, meatbag-like underbellies and said, HK-47, please shoot me repeatedly there until I die.
So fans were left wondering for years what exactly these mysterious missions and extra cut content was. But 20 years later, Aspyr Entertainment decided they'd re-release it with the on the Nintendo Switch, with the promise they would soon add DLC, adding all the cut content that we initially were promised 20 years before. As the planned release date for it came and went, fans were livid as Aspyr tried to sweep it under the rug that they weren't going to release the DLC. They just tried to sweep it under the rug as if no one would notice that they said they were going to release a significant part of the game that fans were desperate for, and they just kind of tried to pull a fast one on us by just sweeping it under the rug, not even announcing it. Just the release date came and went, and they're just kind of like, they just cut off all mentions that they were adding the DLC and thought we wouldn't notice. So, of course, Star Wars fans didn't take that lightly, and I cut off my hand. Seeing the oncoming Force Storm, Aspyr tried to release game keys to different Star Wars games in order to make up for it, which is only like $5 worth of money. And I didn't even get my game key. You hear that, Aspyr? I still didn't get my game. I made a complaint and filed everything, and I still didn't get my game. Whatever. So that was fine with me. That kind of just made me roll my eyes and think whatever. But the rest of the Star Wars fans decided it was time to draw forth their pitchforks and lightsabers and run a riot on Aspyr Entertainment, declaring a class action lawsuit. Plaintiff felt completely duped and was upset because he had relied on defendants' representations that the restored content DLC would be released for Knights of the Old Republic. In fact, Plaintiff did not even play after purchasing it, instead choosing to wait until the restored content DLC was released. But defendants never did. And actually, that was going to be my plan, but I actually made 2.5 playthroughs on my channel of the game. Let's see, what else do we got there? There's the restored content mod. What are we suing for? Okay. A deadline to October 4th to respond to the claims. A trial by jury, an order awarding attorneys' fees and costs, and further relief including but not limited to the remedy of disgorgement. So is that like $10 million or is that $50 million? So we truly don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars Star Wars fans could get for this false, cut off my hand again, for this false advertising and direct assholeness. And I'll be on their side waiting, even though I wasn't initially. I kinda just was okay at Game Key. But now I am on their side because I might be able to get money and compensation for my trauma of purchasing the game and waiting so long and it never even mattered. Well, I'll be keeping an eye on the case, and if anybody wants to hear from me, I'll update on what happens. Alright, like, subscribe, and bye-bye.